All right. Welcome to Tuesday's Tools on Purpose at the Business on Purpose podcast. Tuesdays are all about equipping you all with the tools that you need to run your business with intention and purpose. Our mission here at Business on Purpose is to liberate business owners from chaos so you can make time for what matters most. My name's Patrice Miles, and I'm one of the coaches on the team. And every Tuesday, I love to dive into a world of tools because in a world where your time is your most precious asset, finding the right tools to streamline your operations and elevate your business can make all the difference. So, in each episode, I love to bring you interviews with experts. We share success stories, we provide step by step guides to empower you. But remember, I say this every time, it's not just about having the right tools, you actually have to use them. So, I am excited because today's topic is the ABCs of sales. And I am super excited to introduce you to John Tekulve, the Regional Sales Manager for Windows and more. John, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me
Just
on.
thanks for coming. Tell us a little bit about John. What do you do? Who are you?
Sure. Hey, so I'm a 6'5" ginger here in Louisville. I grew up in Cincinnati. Came down. My wife was living down here, so we live in Fern Creek in the Louisville area. We have a 4-year-old daughter. I coach high school rugby, and I am the sales manager, or sales director here for a local window company here in Louisville. And here we are.
Sounds good. Well, tell us, what exactly is the ABCs of sales?
Sure. So I think most people just say, always be closing, speak with intention in mind and speak with closing in mind, which works well as I think so. And in general, I think our economy and the way the homeowners are getting additional quotes and estimates and things like that,
Mm.
I think we need to pivot a little bit and be more of a consulting basis. I'm a consultative. So it's always be consulting. So instead of, when I'm speaking for myself and I have a self-motivated topic or I'm not asking leading questions. I do more of a consultative role. So we do a needs assessment and ask the homeowner, what they're looking for specifically. Past experiences with remodelers is also really important. And what went well, what didn't go well? How'd you pay for it? Did you finance it? Did you pay cash? Did you pay, use a credit card? Things of that nature. And really selling on a needs basis only.
Mm.
So I survey what they're looking to do. I get a real good idea of what their pain points are. I show them features and benefits and how my product can help alleviate those pain points and get rid of those. And ultimately, I really just try to get an idea of what they want to do and reverse engineer it and guide and sculpt my presentation around what they're looking for specifically. So they feel a little more special. They feel it's kind of we do custom fit windows and custom fit baths and things like that. I wanted them to have a custom fit presentation. And that's what the ABCs of consulting works out to be. I'm asking them a lot of questions and then I'm tailoring my answers based on, what they're looking for specifically.
Yeah, I love that. Always be consulting. So, John, I love what you said. We're having to kind of make this pivot right now because a lot of my clients are in that contractor space. And I'm hearing this over and over and over again. We used to be so referral based and we're noticing this slowdown. And so I've heard you say before, a lot of us, you have just been order takers.
Yep.
And we really are now having to pivot and change to this more consulting, being very strategic with our presentations when we do get in front of that client compared to before where we could just send that estimate off and send it in
Sure.
the email and get the accepted offer. So
Yeah.
talk to me, what does this look like in your business and with your sales reps?
Sure. So a lot of it has got to be discipline and following the system and doing the same thing over and over again. Ultimately, as far as going through all the steps of the sales process, from introducing yourself and warming up to, measuring, inspecting, doing a great product demo, a really nice and strong and powerful and confident price presentation, and then, going through the qualifications and things like that as far as all those things. But ultimately, once again, getting in front of the customer, it's not automatic, the fish aren't jumping in the boat anymore, right? So we have to, give them enough information to say yes, give them some information and let them know that we understand the landscape of our business, meaning our competitors and what they're out there doing as well. Give them an
Mm.
idea of what they can expect from somebody else. That part's called the evolution phase. So essentially, you're really just giving them an idea of here's what's out there. Why do business with me is a little bit better, whether it's a tangible or intangible product or service or material based product, and then giving them the reasons to do business with you. Because ultimately, we're still trying to get business same day, but people are definitely taking a little bit longer for sure. So, After this, part of the pivot is just really having a good follow-up process and rehashing process after you leave the house if you haven't made the sale.
Mm.
If they're just hell bent on getting multiple quotes once again. And if you're the third or fourth person in there and they've already had, once again, they've already had three other people before you, a lot of questions are going to be like, so what have you seen so far that you loved? What stopped you from doing business with those people? Tell me kind of how educate me on how I can serve you best, and let them talk and tell them what's going on. I think that served me really well. My wife will tell you I'm not a good listener, but I listen in the house a lot of the times during the day. So yes, leading questions, you control the conversation by asking your questions, but ultimately you want to listen and understand what they're trying to do.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. So what I hear you saying is, number one, you have to have an actual sales process, and that includes a presentation. So what you're doing before you show up to the house, what you're doing when you're in the house, and then you even mentioned the follow-up system afterwards. And so I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you're a custom builder, whether you're a remodeler, whether you're just a contractor out there doing what you love, or if you even are a service-based business, you have to stop doing the order taking and actually have a process that you filter everyone through. So I love that. Is there any other best practices or just anything else you feel like our listeners should know about the ABCs of sales and, always being consulting?
I mean, ultimately, once again, it's making sure that they understand what you're saying too. So, I mean, conveying, they understand what your product offers, what the warranty, what that service warranty might offer if you guys offer those types of warranties of going forward in the field. And then ultimately, just the features and benefits and making sure that what you have is going to satisfy everything that they need. If that's the case, you should feel confident in asking for the business. And then that's one thing I needed to say is 73% of our reps that are out there in the field are not asking for business.
Mm.
Ask for the business, ask for the sale. Say things like, hey, folks, if my materials and my product and my warranty, you love everything, wouldn't you say it'd be fair if I can ask you for business today? Awesome. I'm going to make sure I do my best for you. If you have any questions, I'll answer all those. If I don't have the answer, I'll find them out for you. And then once again, to get into the house, just call the leads, guys. I mean, we got to get in there. Whether you have a call center, whether you're doing it all yourself, whether you have an admin person at the front desk, we need to have scripts and we need to have, a disciplined structure for them as well and a process for them to be able to get those leads for you. Whether you guys are phone calling, texting, emailing, doing other social media, contacting, things of that nature, you need to utilize all those different types of resources to contact the customer to be able to get in front of them for sure. So everyone needs a system, everyone needs protocols, so you can have KPIs and metrics to make sure that everyone's doing what they got to do to get you in front of as many customers as it is, because ultimately it's still a numbers game.
Yeah, I love that. Always be consulting. Well, John, thanks so much for joining us today and sharing with us just a little bit about your sales process.
Sure, no problem at all. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Guys, that is a wrap for Tuesday's Tools on Purpose. Enjoy your new tool, the ABCs of sales. But remember, every small action can lead to big results. So what action are you going to take today in regards to always be consulting? Write it down and then go implement. And for those of you all that are just tired of living in chaos and you're ready to actually start working on your business instead of in it, I would love to show you how you can finally start seeing some return on investment in the areas of your time, money, and a business that can actually run without you. If that's something that you've wanted, but you just don't know the path of how to get there, schedule a discovery call with me so I can learn more about your business. And together we can determine what that path would actually look like. Just email me at patrice@mybusinessonpurpose.com. You spell my name Pat Rice. So patrice@mybusinessonpurpose.com. And if you're watching, Kevin will put a QR code up that you can scan to set up that appointment. Otherwise, we always have our healthy business owner assessment. If you're brave enough to take it, guys, a 0 is a horrible score, but a 40 is a perfect score. So if you're brave enough to take that test, again, Kevin's going to put that QR code up for you guys to take that test. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Thanks so much.